In this video, we'll be discussing the beneficial effects of long-term chaga consumption. Chaga is a medicinal mushroom that is popular in traditional Chinese medicine. It's popular amongst the Japanese, the Russians, and various other traditional cultures. Chaga is a very unique mushroom, or unique fungus. It doesn't necessarily look like your typical mushroom. If you're lucky enough to find chaga in the wild, you will notice that it looks somewhat like a big chunk of bark or wood that grows on the side of a birch tree. And while we have made other videos on the primary benefits of chaga, because chaga has such profound effects on the body, namely it is a immunomodulatory, it modulates the microbiome, it has strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant qualities, chaga is going to have many, almost endless benefits on the body, because these are all areas in the body which are part of the wellness field and inhibiting factors of the sickness field. So things like inflammation, a hyperimmune response, or an underactive immune system, a microbiome imbalance, and high levels of oxidative stress are all factors in every disease. And because chaga is inhibitory to these factors, you could essentially find a correlation between chaga preventing any sort of disease. And with this in mind, I have recently come across some new studies on the long-term consumptions of chaga that I just wanted to share with you, highlighting a few of these primary benefits and something that I maybe not discussed already. So as I quickly mentioned earlier, chaga is commonly consumed in places like Siberia, so parts of Russia where people are really known for their impressive health and their longevity. And while there are likely many factors involved in this, including everything from their lifestyle, environment, diet, etc., one of the primary features of Siberian diet is the consumption of chaga. You see, one of the downsides to going to Russia if you were a tourist is that there's not coffee widely available. You can't find high quality coffee on every corner. However, you can find high quality chaga, and chaga is a staple part of Siberian diet. And so with this observation, there's been a lot of curiosity about the therapeutic or medicinal benefits of chaga. And according to study, one of the primary benefits of long-term chaga consumption is actually a profound immunomodulatory effect. Particularly, it has been found that chaga contains beneficial polysaccharides that modulate the gut microbiome, making the immune system more resilient to resistant strains of viruses and bacteria, and it's even protective against things like HIV and hepatitis C. And again, this has a lot to do with the polysaccharide content that is responsible for modulating the human microbiome and therefore modulating the immune system to be more resilient. And this is again one of the key observations in Siberian people. They have really robust and strong immune systems, and from these observational studies it is postulated that long-term chaga consumption can have this profound effect on the immune system, making it more resilient and essentially a stronger, more robust immune system. Another observation of long-term chaga consumption is that it can help improve lipid metabolism. One of the obvious features associated with longevity is an ideal body composition, so you're neither too thin nor overweight. And this is a feature amongst cultures with high rates of longevity. They usually have a pretty ideal body composition, which indicates a good overall metabolism with a specific ability to efficiently or effectively metabolize fat. Another key observation amongst people who consume chaga regularly over the long term is very low rates of cancer. And it's been found that chaga actually can inhibit the formation or prevent various types of cancer, specifically by inhibiting cancer cell communication. So it inhibits the communication between cancer cells. So it breaks that line of communication. But it also inhibits aromatase activity. And the conversion of androgens into estrogen is a key feature amongst various types of cancer, especially breast cancer and prostate cancer. Next, one study found that the regular consumption of chaga extract, specifically 6 milligrams daily, improved overall metabolic rate and basal body temperature. And this is actually saying a lot with a very few words. When most people hear the word metabolism or metabolic rate, they instantly just think of burning fat or fat loss or weight loss. However, that's just one feature of an efficient metabolism. You see, the metabolic system involves over 10,000 different physiological functions. However, the primary goal or purpose of the metabolic system is to energize the cells. And if your cells fail to be energized, that's going to result in a variety of different diseases and even early aging. So by saying that chaga consumption improves overall metabolic rate, you're essentially saying that chaga has the ability to improve your biological energy. And essentially, energy is health. The more energy you have, the more efficient your body is working. And when I say energy, I don't mean false energy. I don't mean stimulated energy. energy or an adrenaline or a cortisol high. I'm specifically talking about your body's ability to generate energy from things like nutrition, air, water, and other nutrients. So the actual energy that your cells are producing naturally, not from an external stimuli or something along those lines. And a good way to sort of understand the correlations between a healthy metabolic rate and good overall health is to just think of a child. Generally speaking, children are born healthy, and if you pay attention, you'll notice that a newborn baby, for example, is very warm and their circulatory system is working very strong. And this is why you'll see that generally children are healthier. They heal really rapidly. If they get sick, they generally recover really fast. If they fall down and get hurt, they get up really quick and they generally heal fast. And all of these are just aspects of a very high metabolic rate that's essentially pumping the circulatory system very efficiently, sending all the vital nutrients, enzymes, hormones to an injured site and repairing it and regenerating it. So again, a good metabolism and high metabolic rate has many other benefits other than just the increased ability to burn fat and lose weight. And last but not least, chaga consumption is associated with overall longevity and anti-aging. Now, this is likely attributed to all the things we discussed thus far. However, the particular study I'm referring to is pointing out the antioxidant activity of chaga. You see, one of the major theories of aging is the theory of free radical damage or oxidative stress. And essentially what this means, without getting into too much chemistry or biology, is that when the cell fails to efficiently oxidize things like glucose, there is oxidative stress. And this oxidative stress invites in free radicals, reactive oxygen species, and essentially degrades, degenerates, mutates, and damages the cells. And this can lead to things like inflammation, fibrosis, and essentially just a diseased or dying cell. And given the fact that our bodies are just made up of cells, if our cells are becoming diseased, damaged, and dying off, that means a part of our body is. So on a very cellular level, chaga helps prevent oxidative damage by scavenging free radicals and by neutralizing oxidative damage or oxidative stress. And this is due to one particular antioxidant in chaga known as superoxide dismutase, or SOD, which is one of the primary antioxidants produced by the liver. Now, when the liver is working efficiently, we generally have good overall health, we have less signs of oxidative stress, aging, and disease. However, supplementing antioxidants and functional foods like chaga is a really smart way to help prevent oxidative damage and therefore aging and disease and promote overall longevity. So that brings this video to a close. Again, these are just a few recent findings I came across. I'll put links to the studies that I've referenced beneath this video, so that way if you're interested, you can look into those yourself. If you're interested in supplementing with chaga, you can go two routes. You can look for it in the wild. If you're a skilled forager, if you know somebody that can identify it, that's a really great way to get some high quality free chaga. It's just from that point you're going to want to decoct it and extract it to break down that chitin and get into the medicinal compounds to make them bioavailable. However, you can also supplement with an organic or wildcrafted chaga extract. There's various places online you can find those. Vitagen carries an organic chaga extract, wild when available, that has already been decocted and extracted for you in a 20-to-1 extract. So you're getting a lot of the medicinal constituents in a very small portion. And because it's a powdered extract, it mixes really great into things like coffee and tea and various other tonics and beverages. And if you've never tried chaga before, chaga contains a unique compound known as vanillin, which is an antioxidant that actually gives it a subtle sort of vanilla taste. So it's really excellent in coffee. It's one of my favorite herbs to add to coffee and to various other coffee tasting tonics like chocolate tonics as well. So if you've enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for future videos. And if you're interested in supplementing with a 20-to-1 chaga extract, you can find that on our online shop by clicking the link below.